guys, and welcome back to Temple Boy Turnings. It's great to have you all back again. This week I'm going to just do a very small project. As I said last week, I am mad busy at the moment making Christmas stock for another fair that I have next weekend on the 12th. So I've been working flat out every evening after work making Christmas snowmen. I've had a few on Facebook. You've seen a few of the things I've been making, and I'll give you a quick show in a minute of some of the stock that I put together. I've got them all around the workshop at all different stages that I'm trying to complete each thing, just keeping going and keeping going just to try and build up the stock, so I've got a good amount of stuff to sell next Saturday. This week's project is going to be dedicated to a very important man. Like I've said in previous videos, I've only been turning a little over a year, and a year ago when I started watching YouTube, watching channels very similar to this one, but there's one particular guy that has influenced me through my wood turning. I've followed him over that year. I've watched his videos, and now I am truly honoured to be working alongside him, organising 2016 symposium. He's an idol of mine. He doesn't realise what an influence he is to other turners that are out there, and I'd like to dedicate this video to Mike Walt. I've almost hit 600 subscribers this week, about 3 off of 600 subscribers, and to me that's pretty amazing because, like I say, I'm not a professional turner and I am still learning, and everything that I know, every single thing that I know about wood turning, I have learned from YouTube. I've never had a class. I've only ever been to one wood turning meeting and seen other turners turning in front of me live. Actually, that's a lie. I've been to 2. I went to a show not so long ago where there was wood turners turning there, but that's the only live wood turning I've seen. Everything else has been on YouTube, or it's been on my lathe, and it's been learnt from making mistakes and filling the fire up with a lot of firewood. But with each little mistake I made, I've learned, and I hope that even just watching what I'm doing, that I'm inspiring others to do exactly what I've been doing. Now, while I was over during the summer with Rob Summerlin from Woodsley Summercraft, he's also started a channel and Mike's a big idol of his too. While we were on a road trip, we went to visit Mike, and he showed us around his shop, and he gave me a quick lesson on how to use a skew chisel, and we had a great chat about wood turning. I got to know him a little bit more, but as I was leaving, Mike gave me some wood. Now, it's been a standing joke since I left that I took his best piece of wood, but he did give me it. Honestly, I didn't steal it. He'll tell you different, but I didn't steal it. I'll show you it here. It's a lovely piece of burl, oak burl, that he gave me, and I've been saving it because I want to do a nice project. I want to turn a goblet out of this just because it's Mike Walt's wood, and Mike is the king of goblets, so I want to make a goblet. But on this end there's kind of a bit of a dodgy bit of wood. Now it's a nice flat piece at the back. So also what I picked up while I was over there, when I was in Wales, which you all know Mike is from Wales originally, I picked up this Welsh slate coaster. Hope you can see that. As it says, it's slate, and it's perfectly round. So what I propose to do is I am going to turn a base for this coaster out of the oak burl that Mike gave me. It's just the right size, so I'm going to cut the end off of this. I'm going to just turn, it's going to be a very simple turning project. I'm going to turn a piece of oak around this just so that it makes it slightly bigger and that it's a nice table coaster for Mike. I'm going to set this into it, and then on the bottom of it I'm going to pyro burn just a small message to Mike. So Mike, this video is dedicated to you, and I really do know that there are thousands of wood turners out there that also would love the opportunity to turn a piece of wood that you've given them into a gift for you. So I'm doing this for all those guys. I'm going to make this small gift, I'm going to parcel it up, and I'm going to send it to Mike on Monday as a tribute, as a Christmas gift, and as a thank you for all the knowledge that he has given me, along with a lot of other YouTube turners, but Mike has been a huge influence on me. So stick with me, and we're going to make a little gift for Mike Wall. Okay, so what I've done is I have, I don't know if you can see that there, I think you can. I've drawn two circles. One is the biggest diameter I can get out of this block of wood. You just saw me there, I just cut the end off. And then I've drawn a centre circle which is just under the size of the centerpiece that's going to be in it. So it's just under the size, because that stops me from turning it too big. So as I get to this point, when I'm turning the insert, I can stop at that line, and then I can gradually take a little piece at a time out until this sits snugly into the center. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it over to the bandsaw, and I'm just going to cut off the corners and get it close to round. I won't bother showing you that because you've all seen that being done a million times. Yeah, I'm going to take the corners off, and then I'm going to get it mounted between centers on the lathe. And we'll come back to you in 1 second. Okay, so I have it between centres. I've knocked off most of the corners. There's one small one there with the bandsaw, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this up a little bit as much as I can, and then I'm going to put a tenon on it so that I can put it into the chock, so it'll be a bit more safer, and then I can start working on the bottom. Once I've got the bottom done with a mortise in it, I can turn it round, reverse chuck it, and do the recess where the piece is going to be set into it. So let's crack on and just try and rough turn this. Just going to start at a very slow speed, because it's going to wobble a lot, and I'm going to try and stand to the side as much as I can while I rough turn this, and I am just going to use my inch roughing gouge. Oops. Okay, let's remount it, and we'll start again. Okay, so I know where that came out. My tailstock wasn't flat against the piece because of the shape of it, obviously. Maybe I should have flattened it off. So what I've done is I've just put the Forstner bit on and drilled a hole, just drilled down so it's flat so that my tailstock can come up and have a better pressure. Have better pressure against the headstock. So we'll put it between centres again and we'll start again. It would only happen on a piece I'm doing for Mike, wouldn't it? Go again. Right, well that's it. I did a couple of things off camera. Just inside the bead that I did, this bead around the edge, I scorched it with some Formica or hardwood laminate. So I just held it on and burnt it round, similar to what I did in my last video on the snowman, around the rim of the hat. I scorched that side and inside the ring, so it makes, I don't know if you can see, it allows the ring there to pop a bit more, kind of puts a border on it. I then clear lacquered over the whole top of this just to make it a bit tougher on top of the coaster, and it blended in the darkness of the slate with the dark rings that I put on it, because it was more of a grey colour when it was natural. So when I lacquered over the top of it, it's really darkened it up, and it's made the red and the white of the accent really pop. So that's it, Mike. This is your Christmas present. It'll be on its way to you on Monday. I haven't put anything on the bottom yet, but I will I'll put a personal message to you, Mike, on the bottom of there. That's it. It's a simple little project this week, but I just felt that I wanted to do it with the piece of oak burl that I had, and so there's a piece of it coming back to you now, Mike, and thank you very much for that. I will make a goblet and maybe a couple of pens out the rest. So that's that. Yeah, other than that, guys, what I'll do is at the end of this video I'll put a few pictures up of all the things that I've been making. The only real thing I wanted to show you is the snowman that I did for the Christmas challenge. This one's not finished, I'm working on it, but what I've done is I've done an upgrade and I've turned him into a little box. So that's cool. The candle fits inside, so you can keep a spare candle and a few matches in there. So yeah, that's kind of a cool little feature for that. Other than that, thank you to all you guys that have subscribed. Like I said, 600 nearly. If you're new to watching my channel, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a little comment for me as well, and maybe you might share the videos as well. Other than that, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.